Swag is at an all-time high right now with artists like Rizai, Prime, and now Westwood even hopping on the scene. And if you've been on Instagram or TikTok, you've definitely seen it all over your timeline. And today, me and my boy Markel are going to give you an in-depth video on how you can make it yourself. We're going to be going over sound design, sound selection, drums, and mixing. So if you like the video, and let's get into it. All right, I got my boy Markel. He's now connected to my Parsec. Yo, Markel, say what's up to the chat, bro.
What's up, everybody?
So today, the first step is we're going to go over BPM. You kind of want like a slow BPM. So like anywhere from like 90 to like 120 will really do the trick. I think I'm going to go like 108 or something like that. So for your sound selection, I'm gonna give you some sound design. Like in Swag, they're heavy on the saw synths and like super saw. So if you can't cop the Kari kit, which I'm gonna be advertising through all this video, it's a goated kit. All the sounds, like all the drums that I'm gonna be using today in this beat, you can go cop. The link's gonna be in the description. But if you can't cop, I'm gonna give you some sound design, and here is how you can make a super saw. All right, so I'm inside Vital right now, and I'm gonna turn up the unison maybe to like 6 and turn down the detune to like 6. I'm gonna turn up the attack. I'm put a chorus on it, turn down the voices, and then just kind of EQ the chorus. Now that we have our saw or our super saw made, my one tip for when you're making your chord progression, Swag is heavily on the chord progression. You want to ditch like the long drawn out chords, and you want to go for some bounce and some choppy type chords. I'm gonna give an example and just really pay attention as I cook this chord progression. All right, guys, so as you see, the chords are like super bouncy and honestly just super simple. You don't need to go super complex, but just make sure it has some bounce in it. All right, so for the bass, you really do want like a heavily distorted bass, and it's very common that people use the phaso bass. And the sound design has been super gatekept, and that's not what we do on this channel. So today I'm going to teach you how to make the phaso bass, and I highly recommend that you use it in this style of beat, but get experimental if you want to. Just use whatever. Okay, so let's open up Harmor. Let's put it on default. Turn the random knob right here all the way to the left. Come to the effects tabs. Turn on the reverb. Turn on the size all the way up, and the decay all the way up. Oh no, turn these all the way down, sorry. And then you could turn the wet all the way up. You really just play with this wet knob, but I'm gonna put it just all the way up. All right, guys, so for the bass line, you're really gonna want also something bouncy. As you could tell, this genre has just a lot of bounce. So a bouncy bass, you don't need a long drawn out bass like an 808 punch, and like, but also get experimental too as well. But like I said, just kind of watch and learn and see how like I'm kind of putting these two things together. That's what I need. I think it's C sharp, right? All right, here's the final bass line that we came up with. And as you can see, we really just followed the bass line of the chords and just kind of like thinking in our head, like trying to put stuff down, trying to get ideas. And we used a lot of slides, and that's what kind of gives it a lot of movement. So, and as you can see, the bass line is really nothing crazy. Now we're going to go on to bells, leads, textures, and layers, okay? These are all going to be kind of self-explanatory. I'm not going to teach you how to make a lead in this video, but I'm going to tell you the kind of sounds that you should get, and that should be like a digital saw lead, and then also just some beautiful bells work really well. The ensemble bell is a goated bell inside Triton, so you should definitely use it. Okay, so bells, a pad in the back, you could add a lot more to just kind of get experimental. And then our next is going to be the lead, and my boy Markel is going to go crazy on this lead.
No promises.
Nah, bro, he's definitely going to go crazy. He always does. Wait, did you make that lead?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to leak the sauce. Or you at least got to teach me. Okay, so what'd you do?
So all I did was just 5 voices.
I mean,
Detuned it just
a little
to
bit.
0.03. Put the release up, the attack up a little bit, and then over here is where the sauce is on this little portamento side. You put this to like 31, like 35. Make sure it's in mono legato, and put it to always. And then what I like to do is I'll just have it like this, and I'll like pitch it up and down just to hear which note I want to start on. So let's see. I think we do a little call and response right here. We're going to open up Xenology, and then there's this one called Simple Sign. We're just going to copy this one and then paste it on here. And then what I like to do with the sign leads is I just like to add a little big crush to it, since we do want it to sound a little more harsh.
crazy. Before we get into the drums, I'm going to teach you how to side chain the kick to the melody and the bass, because you are gonna you don't have to use side chain, but I highly recommend it. It's gonna make it sound really good. All right, Markel, go ahead and give them the breakdown on how they can side chain it.
So first you got to put your kick to the mixer, and you want to route all your melodies into one bus. So we have it running to 9, and we have the bass standing by itself. All you do is you come down over here to this little arrow, left click, and sidechain to this track.
You got it.
After you do that, you're gonna add a fruity limiter, and you're gonna come to compression. It'll be on the limit, but you'll come to the compression. You'll left click this sidechain knob and put it on 13, because that's where we have the kick. You'll just mess around with the threshold, the knee, and the release, and you'll get the sidechain effect.
All right, so the camera cut out while we were making the drums, or we were almost done, and I saw that. I'm going to do a breakdown of what we just did. All right, so the most important part about making swag drums is making sure that you have like a really thumpy kick. Like the kick is really hitting through the mix. So for the kick that I use is going to be in the Kari Nova kick. Go cop it down in the link in description. They have like some of the best sounds for swag, but I just have this City Boy kick, and it's at normal levels and everything. I haven't done any mixing on it yet, but this is the pattern. And then we got a basic clap. We layered too. And then some hi-hats and cowbells. And then some shakers in between. And then an open hat. And that's the... So as you see, the drums are fairly simple, but something that we're still going to add some good voxes in your drums, because that's just going to make it stand out a lot more. And also some like record scratches will just take this to a whole new level. Let's get back into it. All right, now we just finished the drums.
Right here.
Oh, fuck.
Like
Holy
that.
shit. Let me try it without the crash. Alright guys, that is going to be it for the video. If you liked the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Please go down in the description, cop the Kari kit. It's going to change your life, I promise you. Anyways, that's it for me. This is it for Markel. Markel, say bye.
Later, guys.
Peace out. I appreciate you watching all the way to the end of the video. I'll see you guys next time. Hear the beat.